có mong rằng ở nơi nào bị sẽ là mỗi sự hay là nó vẫn chỉ cho lưu tiếc, nơi nào chỉ sinh nhật nhiều nữa, and so Happy Mother's Day. Giờ họ kể trong xe ở nơi nào bị là mỗi lúc sẽ hay là thà mình chỉ cho vẫn chỉ cho cái lưu, tiếc biết cho nhiều cho cái lưu, nơi nào thì cũng có biết mình chỉ cho nhiều cho cái lưu, như họ phổ biến là cũ, giờ thì nếu muốn phổ biến là cũ, nên thì đâu như họ Isaiah trong đầu chỗ đầu Isaiah trong đầu chỗ đầu cái có bé hay thì cú yo bli nên lúc xưa ý giả li lên nhiều bli nên cho mình nhiều lúc xưa mình có share của thống chỉ đâu bé từ Chúa Giêsu bé ở cái châu đó có từ Chúa Giêsu là thốt tiếng bé cho từ Chúa lúc xưa ta sẽ nói từ văn chụp bli là cả bé lúc xưa là cả bé nung chữ là từ Chúa thọ có lúc xưa ta sẽ nói bé mua bé có attention bé lúc xưa ha bé cho cái sao đó có từ Chúa vì ta bé yo mong có cho lưu từ Chúa thọ có nu nó cho lưu cũng khó khăn nu nó chỉ có cho lưu sự ta chỉ mấy cho lưu có là khi đó cũng họ cũng lúc xưa là bé đó bé sẽ đó cái bé tới to có cho lưu khó khăn nhớ họ phổ biến cái từ Chúa bé có cho cũng mua bé sẽ đó cho nên sự từ phía tới cho nên sự các bé trong amen nhớ hồi Isaiah nếu tu sĩ đó Chúa Giêsu nếu tôi biết thì lúc nu văn chữ nếu lúc bé ý giả lý biết cho mình nhỏ hoặc là ý giả lý biết cho linh nhẹ lúc biết cho mình nhỏ mà chắc cái lúc nó chắc cái lúc or nhớ cái lúc nu to hình đó thì mà có yếu chữ to hay thì chắc cái lúc nó nu lọt từ lâu đây mà ông đây cũng biết mà cú sa cái bé to hay thì nhớ phổ biến là cú mà mua ít nên nhưng bây giờ King Solomon tu văn chữ Solomon nếu ít văn chữ ở đây li phổ biến là cú mà lúc xưa nó mà mua ít ở dây chăn nữa vì thì thầu ở nửa địa chỉ là thì nửa tôi thảo văn chữ hay thì cái văn chữ bù nửa cái nửa mua lại chữ gì cái nửa mua ít học wisdom còn nếu tí tao chữ tế chạm thì văn chữ bà thì nữ thọ ít học ở rong thì văn chữ bù học ở这个thọ đó nữ thì thọ ở nữ tao这个thọ nữa là thì nữ tao học ở học miracle or tao học wisdom bị才的要这个啥嘛呀如这个啥个有的包我也对的要我要的要我好我要的要这样这路线呢这万次萨拉蒙你每一首这头路线后我你都他们这万次都对你了这每一首这每奥都不你啊了是假别的了你好一路这 OK 这了每奥都没有这一都没有多了这了是假呢没有这了都了lỡ cho bây giờ nó thả mà rồi lỡ sẽ chỉ tao họ lừa đi chứ lỡ mua cho kia văn chữ Salomon thì lỡ để văn chữ Salomon bây chỉ mua chữ gì mua lỡ chỉ sai có有海家lỡ thì từ văn chữ Salomon thì ok giờ nó thì ni lọ ni bia ni ra cũng sao thì thao từ bây giờ hay thì mua ít rồi cũng sợ lo thì cú sai của tụi mình hoặc của tụi yêu tao ở bênนู้น了แต่是嘛tụi mình呢只要鼓励แต่是你都多了cú这的cú都朋友么cú tụi mình nhiều了thì tụi bên nhà thì ở hay thì只要tụi mình nhiều要鼓励tụi这就鼓励tụi多要努力了就是了是的师傅的万字萨拉蒙的OK， กูถอดท้องเหรอยังนี่เนอะเจมวยน้องมายังนี่จีเจชิลูเดนี่จีเจชิถ่าเจยังเนอะเจมวยตัดเดียวลอยกูมัวตัวมีอันเนอะมัวลายกี่หอดูดักกี่นี่ออนไลน์ตัวอีตัวมาเจตัวเป็นอย่างที่เจโอ้ 其实我呢，其实我呢也得个我呢这个不会都啊，我都朋友呢开始嘛，这都啊不年ที่哦还得也个什么呢多起来，什么呢多个嘛，个必须得按一种些，这啊都师傅萨拉都万子萨拉么还得，都年ที่一天也能年ที่的，你还得。也都零年，有至少个有都没有，不老老有至少个有都没有的，多，这要路线还得个呢，他要路线还我，的人以前的保的，万州萨拉蒙你莫拉有主意的，这头我你头万州都佛个蒙，都你了这路线还呢这不老就像我你家头头呢，嘛。nếu mà mua nhiều nó đau hình chỉ mua nhiều đau cha bị đó mua nhiều lúc xưa tại sao lại Elon Musk Bill Gates là mua cái cái rồi đi up lại people billion này ya billion thì yang blah lại yaแต่ชิมาservice văn chỉ Salomon mua cho lý cái 1 trillion thì ya 1 blah mà thì mà nếu mua nhiều nó đau hình vì thì你这家你对他，你这为的，反正都莫好注意到你呢，你对这啥，这是你路你这个啥，就对他嘛。เขาว่าที่อเมริกาละสิเขาว่าได้หนูว่าชุดเราหรือตัวปอที่要เนี่ย这个路，为的这个路嘛，也这个我有因路有不有这边有一压力有路的那样，就头我亚萨亚都别做的，完全路被一压力比较严，路了这边有这个路呢，也这个路我有数么有这些都有数 sacrifice 有这些都有这边有，嘛我一号。video kusa ka pipo cho itu ong okay mà tu ong nó nếu tu ong or gió itu chia như hậu zu itu biết sai khó bên nó ta thì cũng mà đi bia khó đang nó bên you turn on the video now.
Became amazed at the bond that unfolded between the cubs and the dog. Unfortunately, the moment arrived when they had to be separated because the tiger cubs grew larger. However, 2 years later, something happened that no one could have ever imagined. Zi Ling, also known as Jim, was a highly regarded animal advocate, with extensive studies in the field and a deep commitment to protecting all creatures. He dedicated his efforts to safeguarding animals in any way possible. When he secured a permanent consulting position at the local zoo, he recognized it as an opportunity to make an even greater impact. Jim wholeheartedly embraced his role, providing expert guidance on the appropriate care, treatment, and social needs of the zoo's diverse animals. Beyond his professional responsibilities, Jim remained actively involved in animal rescue initiatives outside of work. During one of his daily commutes to the zoo, he unexpectedly came across a heart-wrenching situation. A precious Labrador puppy had been abandoned, left vulnerable and alone on the street. Jim scooped up the helpless pup without hesitation, determined to give her the love and care she deserved. Fondly naming her Lou, he decided to make her a part of his family. As a result, Lou had the unique opportunity to grow up within the vibrant atmosphere of the zoo. Right alongside Jim, she quickly became a beloved canine among the zoo staff, winning their hearts effortlessly. Lou relished her daily routine of accompanying Jim to work. With great enthusiasm, she embarked on her rounds, dutifully checking on all the resident animals alongside her human companion. While she couldn't physically interact with them inside their enclosures, she would greet them with a wagging tail and a friendly gaze through the glass barriers. Throughout the day, she eagerly lent a helping paw to the zoo staff, assisting in various ways. Sometimes she would carry goods or simply offer a calming presence to other needy animals. Jim cherished Lou's presence and found immense joy in her company. Their bond brought them both immeasurable happiness and a sense of gratitude for the unique companionship they shared in their zoo adventures. Jim actively participated in various organizations dedicated to rescuing and protecting wild animals. Whenever he had spare time, these organizations would contact him for assistance in capturing distressed creatures or seeking his expertise on the next steps for rescued animals. 3 years after Jim had rescued Lou, he received an urgent call from a countryside agency that left him deeply concerned. They informed him about 3 abandoned tiger cubs left without their mother. The gravity of the situation struck Jim profoundly, as such calls were rare, usually involving injured birds or smaller urban animals. The fact that these helpless cubs had been deserted hinted at a tragic fate for their mother. Understanding the urgency, the organization stressed the desperate need for a suitable place to shelter the cubs, but their efforts thus far had been in vain. Jim, without hesitation, offered a zoo as a haven for the young felines. Grateful for his swift response, the organization eagerly accepted his offer, knowing that the cubs would find solace in care under Jim's watchful eye. Considering the tiger cubs' need for round-the-clock care and nurturing, it became evident that they required an environment capable of providing adequate protection. However, Jim couldn't help but wonder how Lou would react to the presence of these larger felines. As the cubs arrived at the zoo the following day, Jim and the staff gathered around them with anticipation. The sight of the cubs was mesmerizing. Their fluffy coats indicated their youthfulness. They were immediately taken to the zoo's hospital section for a thorough examination. To Jim's surprise, Lou seemed unusually captivated by the cubs. It was as if some primal instinct had been awakened within her. She was utterly fixated on the newcomers and made every attempt to draw closer to them. Once the cubs received their checkups and necessary medication, the veterinarian suggested allowing Lou to interact and observe their interactions. Little did anyone know what would unfold next. To everyone's astonishment, the Labrador immediately embraced the tiger cubs as if they were her offspring. With tender licks and a protective demeanor, she gathered them close to her belly, ensuring they were warm and safe. It was evident that she perceived them as her babies, and miraculously, the cubs accepted her as their mother. This extraordinary bond left the veterinarian and Jim in awe, realizing the rarity of such a phenomenon. Human intervention could never replicate the profound connection that had formed between Lou and the cubs. Recognizing the immense benefit this could bring the cubs' well-being, they let Lou explore her natural maternal instincts. During the nights when Jim would return home, he entrusted Lou and the cubs to the care of the hospital wing. Lou approached her role with utmost dedication, taking her mothering responsibilities seriously. For nearly 3 months, she fulfilled the duties of a nurturing mother, grooming the cubs, aiding their feeding, and correcting their behavior when necessary. Observing the changes in the cubs as they blossomed was a truly captivating experience. No longer timid, they grew into confident and energetic young cats under Lou's loving care. The zoo staff did their best to prolong the time the tiger cubs and Lou spent together as an unconventional family. However, the moment arrived when they had to be separated. The cubs needed to socialize with other large cats, while Lou required protection from their powerful claws and teeth. Initially, Lou appeared saddened by the separation, but she found solace in knowing that her beloved cubs were growing and thriving in their way. Although there were no plans to reunite them, fate had a different plan in store. Remarkably, an extraordinary event unfolded 2 years after Lou and the cubs had separated. It occurred in the heart of summer, during the region's stormy season. The zoo had weathered its fair share of storms in the past, but none compared to the magnitude of the massive typhoon that swept in one fateful day. Within the zoo, Jim and his colleagues swiftly sprang into action, prioritizing the security and safety of the animals. Unfortunately, amidst the chaos, they inadvertently overlooked Lou, unaware of the storm's profound impact on her. Lou had intense aversion to storms, and this particular tempest affected her greatly. Overwhelmed with fear, she could only comprehend the urgent need to seek shelter from the relentless rain and howling wind. In her panicked state, she inadvertently ran over a wall and tumbled into a fenced area she had long forgotten about. This was the enclosure of the adult tigers. Just after Lou entered the tiger enclosure, Jim saw the encounter happening from afar. When he finally arrived through the storm, he was ready to intervene, but came to an abrupt halt when something remarkable happened. Gradually, the majestic tigers revealed themselves one by one, a total of 6 in their formidable presence, their gazes fixed upon Lou, viewing her as a potential threat. However, in an unexpected turn of events, movement caught Lou's attention beyond the initial 6 tigers fixated on her. 3 more tigers appeared before her in a flash of stripes, positioned between Lou and the original 6. To Jim's astonishment, the additional 3 tigers were not facing her, but rather their fellow peers. It was as if they had formed a protective barrier around her. She became visibly less frightened when she realized that they were the 3 cubs she had once fostered and raised. The bond they had forged remained unbreakable. In the presence of the younger tigers, the older cats gradually eased their tension, realizing that Lou posed no threat. Nonchalantly, the rest of the tigers strolled back to their respective positions, settling down together to weather the storm. However, an even more extraordinary moment unfolded. With the threat of the attack subdued, the young tigers turned their attention to showering their adoptive mother with love. Overjoyed to see her again, they huddled around Lou, ensuring her safety throughout the storm. In their unique way, the tigers remembered Lou as the one who had shown them love during their infancy, and they found a way to repay her. This story reminds us of the incredible power of love that transcends boundaries. Imagine witnessing a Labrador fostering and caring for tigers, or witnessing grown tigers cuddling with a dog. Such extraordinary displays of affection and connection between different species leave us in awe. What do you think of this incredible story? Let us know in the comments section below. See you next time. Bye for now.
Yeah, so có video này bọn nó chỉ mỗi tổ ông nếu bị hồ lù chỉ tổ ông nó nhớ họ ilu dù đó thì mỗi giờ chỉ mỗi bé tụi mình nhiều chó rồi lớn nhiều bỏ lại ra lại thì lớn thì tao hai giống thì chỉ mỗi thứ mỗi mì đó là nó tôi cho mình nhiều chó nữa thì lớn thì tao tụi ông đó thì tụi ông đó cả bù tu cho mình nhiều chọn nữa thì trên đấy thì lấy sĩ cho thì cho mình nhiều chọn nữa rồi này lấy sai nữa rồi lấy nhiều là nữa thì thầu mỗi số thì thầu operation thầu lại thì lấy tôi lo là thì lấy cho nên我后来就做lấy这里mỗi cho被tu chọn nữa mỗi cho đó họ lấy lu做早只有到做说就做老说thì 我头了么就被tu做好的每说的tu on的nu so mỗi custom 了的nu去包见过的呢的nu 了kia 木头好lu area lu zoo 我了么就做了做了好呢但是嘛好像的的么都都做了么里都做了就好thì thầu tôi cho mua gà lo hồ lỡ thì lỡ chơi chạy thì tôi cho ai cho nữa cho hồ lỡ mua tôi ông được tỏ nó là yeah and then trên đấy thì lỡ bỏ thì lỡ thì rồi này mua bé tôi cho thái tôi ông đó thì lỡ xưa này thì lỡ chắc cả thì giờ bé tôi mình有cho tôi ông yêu thì bé bỏ hay thì bé tôi mình有cho nữa lỡ tu bảo là hay thì lấy tu giờ tu là này giờ, cái lúc nào giờ giờ là giờ chia sẻ này giờ, cái lúc nào giờ họ là bảo拿tu là tu ba thay cái là này giờ, mà giờ họ khi là bị bảo thì thầu văn chữ chỉ nên để để văn chữ chỉ接比较接触接触呀，你起码你只来至少，起码你只搞了得包这个路，这个题了得包压力我不包，好比的样的，一个在草比晓得还的，头发就还要背的方就有路背，压力背 lũ bé cho mình nhỏ ý giờ bé cho lên nhẹ lũ bé cho mình nhỏ vẫn chỉ sẽ cái lũ tóm bông lên đó vì thế bé giờ vẫn chỉ li bé ôi hai vẫn chỉ thế vẫn chỉ thầu vẫn chỉ chỉ bé mà vẫn chỉ bé họ nếu lũ image ý giờ li nữa vì thế bé mua chụp li vẫn chỉ là mua chụp li thế mà bé cho我接触这个词，了只mua chụp li óแต่是bé mua nữa vì thế bé thầu vẫn chỉ bé thì bé mua từ vẫn chụp li ý giờ li vẫn chỉ nhớ số tự chỉ chân chỉ thầu vẫn只别做你这个路呢，可能有一口就找那宝嘛，老包一点，都安了也都把都了得把到了头了，你只要都没有找上，这可能有一口了拿土都安了点头走路之后我找老爸了摸的时候了摸都安了多呢，就是嘛了台都安了别的都安了让人冷你啊，这一家里头呢，我就这个路一家里头说，我就路边我就对了台边，个别的知道这给我节制，so 主耶稣要这给我台北个别的地区到这个专业。你好多他，台北别的你这个路，真老差一压力就长的，但是嘛，可能有一个 demonstration，一个彼此都比较别的到下的，不就这个路你老无力的，你那个 message，我这路这个啥个别的到下的，被叫都能，被叫一多能我不就记，一压力我就别的别么。từ vang chú plin nhau học bé mà bé yêu chú to để vang chú thằng người để người lú bé ý giả li béจะเล่นnhà lú béจะมีnhỏ mà yêuเขาcái lú và to cái liกูสักbéจะto béจะnhìn béจะเล่นnhà chua tu hết diaนี่จะcái lú nằm mà yêuจะcái lú và để cho bé sẽ lên chỉ to li yaนี่จะเล่นnhà sư để để bảo để nên lúนี่จะมีnhỏ bảo li ta我找到别的领也错的，到你这个去，好那路那我那不到别的没有错的，别莫给用些个给你我那要一条领也我路边这张古莫考slide show，让别莫适合的古莫考slide show，到别要到别的落，老那别的落了。 Happy Mother's Day. Jong shia do jong shia o nuno ya bi la hu bi da linya e o va chu chao do ni zhe ge lu o hai bi di jo bi bo chi dao li e o va chu chao do ni zhe ge lu de lu che de na te bi yo hu yi zhang gong zi